Michelle is a theist, pronouns she, her, from New York. And Michelle's saying she leans towards theism because the universe coming into existence without supernatural powers is more of a miracle than with. Why is it less miraculous for there to be supernatural anything?
Well, good question. And I thought you might go there first. And I would like to say, I'd like to maybe change up one little thing. It is because I don't want to say that the universe being here without the creator God is more miraculous, because that's like bringing the supernatural into something that would be created by natural means or be here all extensively or extensively through a natural source. But I think because all the myriad of life and just different arrays of everything on the planet, the universe.
Michelle, listen. I'm going to take a step back because I've already been irritated by two callers. Just listen to me. Listen to me. Don't say anything for a minute. I'm going to take a step back because I've already been irritated by the last two callers. You just puked out a bunch of incoherent terms. Oh, it's a myriad this, a myriad that. You called in. I'm bad at this part here, but Eric is great at it. I would like Eric to figure out what your point is, because what you originally said, you've already retracted. And then in your attempts to formulate a new version, you just spewed a bunch of things that literally, if we typed it out, would not be a coherent sentence. It would be like what that Miss America pageant person said, or what Trump says almost every day. You threw out the word myriad and other stuff. Let's pause. You are claiming that the universe coming into existence are you claiming it's more likely if there's a supernatural being, or that there has to be a supernatural being, or something else?
More likely.
Okay. Eric?
All right. So, Michelle, from what I was gathering, your statement here is that you lean towards theism because the universe coming into existence without supernatural powers is more of a miracle than with. Why do you consider the universe coming into existence, whether we can talk about whether that's like a good way to put it or not, let's put that aside. Why do you consider that a miracle? Can you give me like 3 or 4 bullet points? Why is that a miracle?
Now, I'm no scientist, so I won't go spouting off science that I don't know nothing about. Now,
that's fine. Just give me the bullet points.
World. Yeah, I look around at the world and I go, gee, we've got black holes, we've got suns, we've got things that, I mean, if we were standing at right before the sun, we have no idea what that would look like, because it would be the sun.
So you're impressed at what we see. What's the second bullet point?
I'm impressed by evolution, because I think God set up evolution, and the fact
that's the first point. You're impressed at. So Michelle, that's still in the first point. You're impressed at what you see. We'll call the first point, I'm impressed at everything I see. What's your second point?
Okay. I'd say I have no 2 second points, because it is so hard to prove theism, and
the universe. So the universe is impressive, therefore requires a supernatural creator. Is your God more or less impressive than the universe?
Only more impressive that he can create one. Only more impressive.
So he's more impressive. All right, so he's more impressive than the universe. You're saying it takes a miracle to create something this impressive, or for something this impressive to come into being or to exist or whatever. Yet you are taking that logic and completely throwing it out for your God. Why are you doing that?
How am I throwing the logic out for my God? I don't see that.
Do you think, because you're saying it's a miracle that this universe exists because it's so impressive, but if your God is more impressive, then it's an even bigger miracle that he exists.
Yeah.
So it defeats your own argument here. Hold on, Michelle. It's a bigger miracle that your God exists than it is just the universe existing.
Yeah. Are you saying where did God come from part? It's the God of the gaps.
I'm not even asking any of that. I'm saying that your statement is self-refuting.
I see. I think you're right. Yeah, I see. Well, I'm sorry if I wasted your time, Matt. And
no, it's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
I'm sure. No, don't apologize. It's fine. If you came here genuinely and this was your genuine thoughts, I'm absolutely happy to discuss it with you. Hopefully you gain something out of it and some folks in the audience gain something about it. Nothing to apologize about. But if that's all you got, then we can move on.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to, like a regular, normal person, to make sense of what I believe, and you know, when I encounter something that says no, your belief is wrong, I take it and I say, gee, that's right. I'm still, I guess, still
here's the thing.
punching the theist card.
Here's the thing. Matt and I are not sitting here saying, no, you are wrong. We don't know what actually created the universe. We don't know if there's actually a God or not. What we are pointing out is that the logic people use to get to the God conclusion is riddled with problems. And it puts people in a position of holding on to a God belief, thinking they're justified in doing that, but they really aren't. That's what we're pointing out. And that's why we ask the questions we do. So I'm not telling you you're wrong. It could be possible that you are right, but you're not going to get to it with the logic you just used. And as far as we know, nobody has presented to us logic that does get us to that conclusion.
Yeah.
I have a thought that might prove helpful in the future, Michelle.
What's that?
Is there any event that could ever occur that isn't more likely to occur if there's a magical being that wants it to occur and can make it occur?
Can I answer with I don't know?
Well, okay. Let's say you decided to call in today, right? Is that more likely if there's a God who wants you to call in and inspires you to call in than if there's not a God who wants you to call in?
I'm still at 50-50, Matt. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I don't know how you can be at 50-50, because if there's a being that can do anything and is in control of everything.
I don't believe my God can do anything.
I don't believe you have a God. I didn't ask about your God. This is the first time I'm hearing about your God. Why do you have a God?
Well, I didn't. I more mean the God that I believe in. That's like,
what God do you believe in? What are the characteristics of the God you believe in?
I believe in a God that is not maximally powerful, and that maybe sometimes.
Okay, no, Michelle, I don't need you to tell me what your God isn't. I need you to tell me what your God is.
He is a somewhat powerful God to a certain extent, and sometimes he intervenes, and sometimes he doesn't.
Okay. How do you know he's a he, and how does his intervention detectable at all?
I only said he colloquially because I wouldn't know how else to refer to a God.
Why doesn't your God let you know how to refer to him?
I certainly wish he did, because I'm an anti-theist.
You're an anti-theist, so you actively believe there are no gods?
Certainly.
Okay.
No, I mean,
Michelle,
I'm an anti-theist in that I don't like formal religions.
Michelle? No, that's okay. You're convinced that a God exists who is somewhat powerful and sometimes does stuff and sometimes doesn't, and you acknowledge that you have no way of detecting when it does something and when it doesn't, right? How did you detect this God in the first place?
Some form of a priori knowledge. That's the best one I can lean on.
Goodbye. I can't take you seriously. I did this whole thing earlier today about philosophy bros. Michelle is she's not a philosophy bro, a philosophy chick. She's not anything like that. But she's also not sincere or clueful, because you don't drop things like a priori knowledge or I'm not a scientist, but as if any of us needed to be told you weren't a scientist. You don't present your case and then the instant somebody offers the first minor suggested hint that your logic is unreasonable. You just, well, I just changed. I'm the kind of person that changes my mind. If you haven't spent 2 seconds, this is a cartoonish thing. You were not sincere. I don't believe it. I have more respect for theists than to think you were in any way representing them.
Hey, do you think this clip just fell out of a coconut tree? No. It did. Okay, now technically I did build the channel into a coconut tree and it did fall out. And also that our internet router is up there. Actually, in a lot of ways, this production fell out of a coconut tree. But we could only afford that because people like you supported us for $5 a month over where is that, Eric?
Patreon.com/calltheline. And
that's right.
Jimmy will
you got it
be grateful. Yeah.
We have an exclusive patron podcast over there. Check it out. Thumbs up with it, Eric. We talked about this in the meeting. We have to both.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go.